Okay, good morning. Again, my name is Scott. I'm one of the forecasters here at the Weather Service in Raleigh, and I'll be conducting the weekly brief, which will run us from now until Sunday, October 1st. And taking a look at the weather maps, a big focus this week's going to be Maria. She's going to be doing a very slow northward drift just off the North Carolina coast for much of the week. She won't be really pushed out to sea until this cold front that's crossing the Ohio River Valley by Wednesday or so. Once that gets closer to our region, she'll probably finally be pushed out to sea. Between now and then, though, she'll be doing a very slow northward drift just off our coastline, and she'll be the main focus for much of the weather for our region for this week. Taking a look at the upcoming weekend, though, you see a nice area of high pressure coming in. This area of high pressure originated in Canada, so we are expecting a more seasonable, it'd be cooler, but it'd be a more seasonable air mass into our region by the weekend. But getting to the tropics, we have two storms out there. We have Maria and we have Lee. Lee will pose no threat whatsoever to any kind of land threat, so we won't spend too much time on him, but we will focus some time on Maria right now. And the latest 11 o'clock advisory has Maria situated here well offshore of Savannah or Hilton Head. Again, you can see the very slow northward drift. So between now and Wednesday morning, she's not going to be moving all that far to the north, staying parallel, or not really parallel, but just offshore of the Carolina coastline. You can see sometime on Wednesday, more so into Thursday, when she starts to make that turn towards the northeast with the approach of that cold front. You'll notice these shaded areas through here, where you see the darker brown, that's where the hurricane force winds are situated at. So mainly the strongest winds are to the east of the center. And then you see a pretty broad area of tropical storm force winds. This is a very large system as far as the wind field goes. And so as we continue that northward drift to Maria, you can see that some of these tropical storm force winds on the western periphery of the storm may brush the Outer Banks. So therefore, you can see that the probability of tropical storm force winds range anywhere from about 30% there across parts of the Sounds to possibly as high as 50% here along the outer stretches of the Outer Banks. Here across central North Carolina, the probability of tropical storm force winds is very minimal. You can see it's no more than 5 to 10% here across our range through here. But again, the better threat for tropical storm force winds, and even then, you're only looking at 40 to 50% chance probability of seeing tropical storm force winds, will affect mostly the Outer Banks. And because of that, that's the reason why we do have a variety of tropical storm watches and warnings along the Outer Banks and for parts of the Sounds. And there's also a storm surge watch also for that same area through there. But again, she'll be the main factor for the weather for the next couple of days because that very slow northward drift that we're expecting. Now, because of slow northward drift and she'll be moving into cooler waters, she is expected to be a tropical storm by we get to Wednesday or so of this week. Wednesday to Thursday, her winds will start to decrease as she gets into cooler waters, and then she starts to move off to the northeast. So, because of the system well to our east, we're not expecting any kind of severe weather potential for the next few days. And take a look at the rainfall. You can see that we expect dry weather here across central North Carolina for a good part of the week. Any showers associated with Maria will probably skirt just to our east, and that would be mainly on the Wednesday afternoon time frame. So our listeners over there, maybe in Wayne County, Edgecombe County, Wilson County, just east of there is where you may see a few showers. But I'm really thinking along I-95 and to the west, the rain chances look pretty minimal for a good part of the week. And if you notice me, it's been kind of dry around here recently. Take a look at the last 14 days. This is the percent of normal rainfall that has fallen across this part of the country, ending on the 23rd, which was Saturday. And you can see parts of our northern coastal plain and northern Piedmont, particularly up in the Virginia border area, have only received anywhere from 0 to 10% of normal rainfall for the last 14 days. You can see back down towards parts of the Sandhills into the western Piedmont, we're seeing anywhere from 50% to 25% of normal rainfall has fallen. Most of this fell with the outskirts of Irma, which went more towards our west, and we were on the eastern fringe of Irma. So most of this rainfall here occurred with that. So you can see we've had some pretty dry weather here across a large part of central North Carolina. And with the potential for hardly any rainfall for the next 7 days or so. The dry conditions we're experiencing now will just seem to worsen as time goes by. And taking a look at the next 8 to 14 days, looks like our stretch of warmer weather will continue as 8 to 14 day temperature outlook has temperatures averaging a little bit above normal during that period. There are indications that we may see a little bit better chance for rainfall sometime next week. But again, for the next 7 days or so, the chances for rainfall look pretty minimal. So a quick summary, very warm and dry across much of central North Carolina this week. In fact, afternoon temperatures Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday are going to average pretty close to 8 to 10 degrees above normal for this time of year. Here in Raleigh, our normal high is now down to 79 degrees. So temperatures in the mid-upper 80s are well above normal for this time of year. Once again, few if any impacts from Maria expected across central North Carolina. She will be mainly a coastal threat, and even there, it's going to be because of that northeast fetch circulation around Maria. You're going to see a lot of beach erosion, large waves coming on shore leading to that beach erosion, also the potential for some ocean overwash as well. And because of that northeast fetch, you'll probably also see some sound side flooding on a lot of the outer banks as well. And then, like I said, the cold front goes through on Thursday, it appears this time, and then temperatures closer to normal expected by the weekend. So as we get to, if you look here at for the Raleigh area, you see temperatures, again, mid-upper 80s for today, Tuesday, well into the 80s, Wednesday and Thursday, and then back down to near 80 on Friday. And right now we're looking at high temperatures in the 70s for Saturday and Sunday, but again, no rain through that 7-day period. That is pretty much it for the weather here across central North Carolina. Are there any questions? If not, hope you all have a good and safe week. If we can be any assistance to you, please give us a holler. You all take care.